your CIGTV News Update. I'm Jay Earhart in for Donna Bush. In our top story today, government has enlisted members of the public to blow the whistle on unethical behavior. To aid in this process, government has begun distributing posters promoting a toll-free number. The number is 1-800-534-1111. Members of the public can use it to call anonymously and report incidences of possible fraud. The posters are first being distributed to the civil service to be posted in public and staff places and will soon be shared with the private sector. The hotline follows the introduction of policies on fraud, gifts, and whistleblowing, as well as code of ethics and a records management standard. The Deputy Governor and head of the Civil Service, Mr. Franz Manderson, explains the reasons behind the public education campaign on these policies.
It's also important that we publicize this policy. So we are doing a lot of education in relation to that so that every civil servant can be aware of this policy. But we also want to educate civil servants on broad areas such like conflicts of interest so that they are not dealing with applications or situations where there can be a conflict of interest, whether perceived or real. For example, dealing with applications for their family or their close friends. We want everyone to see that we are taking our obligations as civil servants very seriously, and that we are doing our best to ensure the proper use of government funds.
Tips can be sent by email to the email address fraud@kpmg.co.za, and more information is available from fraud.gov.ky. Civil service-wide mandatory training on the new policies is set to begin early next week. In other news, a new course at Northward Prison attracted public attention this week. A Guyanese businessman is leading a 3-day class for inmates on basics of tanning and leatherworking. Time and resources permitted, the prison is hoping to eventually convert an old goat pen into a tannery. For this week's course and going forward, officials are relying on locally supplied hides and skins which should otherwise go into the landfill. Other vocational courses at Northward include computer applications, woodwork, animal husbandry, agriculture, and construction. Cosmetology classes are about to resume at Fairbanks Prison, and the objective of these opportunities is to ensure that the prisoners are able to pursue viable careers upon their release. And finally, from last week through the end of this month, young swimmers have been getting an introduction to lifeguarding at the Lions Pool. The Department of Sports-led program targets young people aged 9 to 14 who can already complete a 50-meter swim without stopping. Swim coach and instructor Chester Hurlston says the aim of the half-day sessions is to give people a taste of training required to serve as lifeguards.
All right, so main activities here is to get them used to, using just simple techniques, swimming if they have to help someone or in a pool or ocean, using a lifeguard tube, calling 911, first aid, CPR, just ideas of stuff that we use if you're certified to be a lifeguard. If they're interested, they have to be of age 16 to be certified.
While lifeguard camps wraps up next week, the Department of Sports summer camps continue into August. For more information on what is still available for your child, visit their website, departmentofsports.com. Well, as always, if you missed today's news update, you can get all of the details on our Facebook and YouTube pages. And of course, don't forget to tune into Radio Cayman's For the Record and Talk Today shows, which are always packed full of exciting guests. I'm Jay Earhart. Thanks for watching.